We are joined now live by Julia Langer, the CEO of the Atmospheric Fund. And Julia, I should have just double checked because I spent a lot of time in Quebec. It's not Langer, is it? It's Langer.
It depends which province you're in.
Well, you know what? We'll say hello and bonjour and thank you. So, Julia, we appreciate your time either way. And I've been trying to go through some of the numbers here. Some things are really jumping out at me. One, I know one of our producers here is from Hamilton, so I'm just going to be nice saying this, but the population looking here for Toronto is 40% of the GTHA. Its land mass is half of that of Hamilton's, yet Hamilton accounts for 21% of all emissions, with 20% of the population for the entire region. So Toronto has double the population and only 1.5 times the emissions. So clearly, some regions are doing more and some regions are maybe doing less. Is that having to do with industrial sectors?
Yes, and in fact, the industrial emissions that we have documented in the emission inventory are done by city and region. And in Hamilton, of course, as you've mentioned, there is steel production, and that really makes the data quite different than on the average. But the big picture is that emissions are going up. They have been going up for the past few years, and the reality is that in order to meet our local, our provincial, our federal, our international targets, they need to be going down. And each year that they don't go down, the gap widens to reach those targets. And so the actions that need to be taken in each of our across the GTHA are specific to the sources of emissions. Obviously, in the Hamilton area and where there's cement production, industrial emission reduction is very important. But across the board, it is important to look at all of our buildings because we use a lot of gas for heating our indoor spaces, and we need to start bending the curve down on those emissions. As you've indicated, also, the emissions associated with the electricity system have been going up a startling amount, 28% since last year. And we have solutions for this. We can actually produce power with renewable energy. We can store it. And the costs of that source are really plummeting compared to other higher carbon ways of producing electricity. So, and then in the transportation sector, I mean, look at your traffic report. I mean, the congestion is just one of the problems, but emissions from cars are going up. But we're seeing some interesting trends. I mean, transit ridership is going up. When we get into electric vehicles, emissions do go down. So I think the real message is that we know what to do. Each of these, when we do it, it works, but we're just not doing it at the pace and scale needed to bend that curve down.
Well, just thinking a little bit about the pace and scale and also what people are doing, it says here the population increased by 300,000 people. Per capita emissions did go down 3%. Yeah. So people are doing the work. Is it? I'm also, looking through a study very quickly. It's hard, but looking at the industrial amount of pollution versus the amount that's coming from actual consumers. I know that you're saying heating's going up because of heating our houses, but is the ramifications here that people are doing the work, but bigger polluters aren't?
Well, I think industrial emissions did go down a tiny bit as well, but in some sectors, but up in others. So it really is, there's no one magic bullet. I think that's part of the message, and we need the underlying policies to head us in the right direction. And right now we have an unfortunate situation where, some of the policies are being clawed back and some of the programs are being retired, like retrofit programs, like local building codes. And that's the ecosystem that we need to build so that individuals and businesses and industry can actually put their plans and their investments in the right direction. So it's not that one or the other. It's like we all have to do this in a collaborative way, and the policy environment needs to be right so that we can make our own contribution.
Well, we appreciate you, Julia, contributing your expertise here on CP24. Julia Langer, or Langer, is the CEO of the Atmospheric Fund. We really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.